Turns out Crota does have a father. His name is Oryx, and he's come all this way to kill you. We're not gonna let him. Oryx controls the Taken from a dreadnought near Saturn, but we can't get close without a stealth drive. Lucky for us, I hid one at the top of an old colony ship before I got roped into the Vanguard.
How do you know it's still there?
You better hope it's there. You won't survive the dreadnought without it.
And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bringing you just another video. So this is Cage Stash Daily Heroic from yesterday, which I did just before I did the new Daily Heroic. So I didn't record the other one because I was going to do the video about the guy that's been arguing to me all day about what quickscoping is, or that I don't know what it is, even though he watched the video of me quickscoping. Then I made another 20-minute video explaining the difference between hardscoping and quickscoping. He's offered no explanation on what quickscoping actually is, even though there's visual proof of me doing it in the first video I watched, and now a 20-minute full version where I'm like, I do several hardscopes, then do several quickscopes, several hardscopes, several quickscopes. I discuss the differences. I explain the difference between Black Ops 3 and all the other games now that the sniping mechanics have changed. And surprise, surprise, now that I've done this video to clarify it, it's not dead reply. He's not replied. I sent him a link, I've sent him other messages, he's not replied to anything. He knew he was wrong from the minute he started giving me shit. Oh, by the way, he messaged me for no reason to give me shit that I was sniping against bots. Then I showed him the title of the video, which was I don't snipe, and then I showed him the text explaining the video, which was, you know what, I don't snipe, so I'm going to play against some bots in a private match and practice quickscoping. Once he'd figured out that, then he felt like a bit of an idiot, so he said, oh, I'm not even quickscoping anyway, and I clearly don't know what quickscoping is. Then I educated him, or schooled his ass, for about 5 hours straight, on and off, between messages. He still didn't get it though, he still didn't realise he was fully and utterly totally wrong, despite all the video evidence, the technical evidence, the messages I was sending, and the fact the second video absolutely destroyed anything. You know, he's got no comeback, and yeah, he's just no idea what. I don't know why you would pick a fight with someone, especially when you don't know how smart they are or how long they've been playing and how much knowledge and research they've actually done on the game or any mechanics in the game. Unfortunately for this guy, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, anywhere between 10 and 15 years. Definitely more than 10 years. I'd say 13 to 15 years. I remember playing the first Call of Duty, the first Modern Warfare. I played World at War, you know, played all those. So, you know, I played, I think, I might have played COD 2 on PS2 or PS2, was it? Anyway. Pretty much I've been playing COD that long that when I played one of my, when I played the second or third COD, I don't think flat screen TVs had only just come out, and I still had a 14-inch portable tube TV where about 35% of the HUD was missing, and the screen had bent round. If any, a lot of you guys that watch this might not be able to remember what TVs were like before flat screen technology, but you had a tube TV. Your TV was curved. It was a big blocky thing full of tubes that lit the back, and yeah, it was interesting. No digital technology. It was all analog, no flat screens, and that's what I played on. So yeah, this guy is. Even he must have known he were wrong through the 5 hours of me just educating him, and him coming with no his entire comeback was, you still don't know how you're quickscoping, you're still not quickscoping, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what quickscoping is. Except I'd described the definition in both developer terms and technically what it actually is. The fact that you scope in, you see an enemy, then you scope in, and as soon as you've acquired the target, you take the shot, and that usually happens very quickly. So in the video I'm explaining all this, the second video that I did to explain it all, and then I explained that Black Ops 3 doesn't have aim assist and the aim cone and the broken mechanics, the bug essentially what the developers accidentally developed during Modern Warfare 2 no longer exists, so it takes slightly longer. I'm pretty sure he's seen the video. I sent him a link, I sent him multiple very. I had to. It was embarrassing for me to lower to his level to continue the conversation. It's not that I don't like people being wrong and then thinking they're right, especially when they're wrong, because going into the world with knowledge that is incorrect. Oh god, we're getting into epistemology and what is knowledge. Okay, let's just ignore that. But essentially what knowledge is and isn't, and if the information, we'll not call it knowledge, the information as is incorrect, except he thinks it's correct, then that's a false premise. And can you imagine basing, well, for example, human beings absolutely knew for a fact, this was the absolute truth, this was knowledge, that the Earth was not only the centre of the solar system, but the centre of the universe. We knew for a fact that the Earth was the centre of the universe and the Sun and the other planets rotated around us. We also knew, up until I think 1923, when Hubble developed his first telescope, his large telescope, we didn't know galaxies existed until only about a century ago. I mean, that's mind-blowing. Now we've discovered hundreds of billions of galaxies in great detail. We've discovered, we've just discovered Alpha Centauri, our closest star, at about 4-ish light years. We've actually finally discovered that it's actually got planets. It's a trinary star system, and it's actually got planets orbiting it. And I'm sure from what I read or watched, that it might be an Earth-like planet. It's much closer to the Sun than ours, but as it's orbiting a red dwarf, the Goldilocks zone is much closer. So no, sorry, getting off track there, but I'm just trying. I hope this guy watches this video and realises that it's very dangerous to go out into the world with what you believe is knowledge and is in actual fact utterly and fully incorrect information and not knowledge at all. So anyway, now that that's covered, I hope you enjoyed the education session, buddy. I do hope you subscribe. You can have many more of these chats. It's not that I like being right. I just don't like people that pick a fight for no apparent reason, then get destroyed for 5 hours constantly through intermittent messages on YouTube, on the internet and YouTube and so on, and still don't realise they've been schooled and owned. But now the fact that you've not replied, I'm pretty sure you know you've been destroyed. Another 20-minute video of evidence of me quickscoping and hard scoping, what quickscoping actually is, the differences, and the mechanics of Black Ops 3. Actually, I remember, when I told him what the developers finally admitted to a few years ago, I think it was during Ghost, they admitted that, quickscoping was essentially a broken mechanic in the game, flaw, that accidentally, a flaw in programming and aim mechanics that accidentally manipulated an aim vortex, and the aim assist became magnetic and much wider than it normally should be, and that the cone of the aim essentially was a magnetic driving force. And I said something slightly different. It was very well spoken and very technical, because hey, guess what, dude? Like I said, I've got degrees in research and I'm well educated, and he thinks that this is how good my description was. He thought I'd googled it there and then. I'm pretty sure what I heard about 5 years ago. I wasn't even paraphrasing. That's how far off I was in the actual technical, when you paraphrase, you're essentially saying the same thing, pretty close. Actually, what I was saying was pretty close. Yeah, okay, we'll say I was paraphrasing, but it wasn't something I googled. Actually, I heard this in a documentary, an interview, before Ghost came out, so several years ago. But like I said, I'm educated, very well educated, and I've been playing Call of Duty for well over a decade, and I've done my research for it. So anyway, now that we'll call that detention. He got schooled again. Man, I hope he watches. But I don't know what to play, guys. I mean, I'm kind of just sat here waiting for Rise of Iron. I'm doing some very generic grinding on Destiny at the moment, which is slightly frustrating because I'm trying to get all the faction armors. Now there's the faction armors that you can buy from each faction, which take legendary marks, and then there's the new faction armors that came with the Taken King, all day April update, I can't quite remember, that you get by leveling up, and obviously it's a random draw. So I'm desperately trying to get both. I've been buying what I can with the legendary marks, and then I'm trying to level up. I've got maybe 2 or 3 Vanguard boosters left. They last for 2 hours. But if you get ship plate, the best way to do it is strikes. You get about 120 XP for your faction on that. I do have about 6 crucible markers, and then you get, what do you get on that? You get about 90 XP. So that's pretty handy as well. The only problem with that is it's trying to find a game type that doesn't last for very long. Win or lose, you still get, I think, the same amount. I could be wrong. I'll have to check when I win. Maybe you get slightly more. I don't know. But it is about grinding for legendary marks and grinding those factions. The only problem is, once I've got the bought version, I have to stay in that faction until I can get the updated versions that you can only get from leveling up. The problem with that is there might be other faction stuff I need to buy. So I suppose I could just save the legendary marks until I get to 200, change over, buy the stuff I need from the other factions, grind that for a couple of days, and you can only change once a week. This is the problem, there's only a week left, so I really have to be smart about this. Maybe I'll do like 3 or 4 days from now, keep grinding it, and then swap over and grind the next faction. There will be at least one faction's worth of stuff I don't get for each character. Now, I was very lucky, like I've got the new Monarchy and Future War Cult and Dead Orbit stuff. I only swapped to Dead Orbit last week. Now, I've got the new Dead Orbit stuff with my Titan, apart from the helmet. I just need the helmet, and I really hope I get it. I've been very lucky with that. But I've been on new Monarchy with my Titan for a long time, and I've just kept essentially getting sidearms and shotguns every time I leveled up. I'm really looking forward to the Rise of Iron update, where you can choose if you want armour or weapons, because there's only 4 pieces of armour. I'll be choosing armour every time, and even if you get duplicates, it's only out of 4 instead of out of, what, currently 4 pieces of armour, 5 or 6 weapons, plus class items. Now, class items will be in addition to, not instead of, a weapon or piece of armour, so that's good. Now, I actually got the new Monarchy stuff, the full old new Monarchy stuff. I've got the trousers and the chest piece for the Spectre version. I just need the helmet and the gloves, so I'm kind of... Actually, I might get on after this. I'm just cooking a jacket potato at the moment, but I might get on and hammer that, and do a shitload more stripes and stuff, do some good stuff. But I'm getting tired. I've been awake now for, what day are we on? Sunday? Oh god, I don't know. Probably about 130 hours, I think. I managed to sleep on and off for about an hour this morning between about 8 and 9 o'clock. I just get, like I said, I've got sleep apnea, so every time I fall asleep, I'm asleep for a few minutes and I wake up. Plus I seem to drool a lot, so I'm waking up covered in saliva. I'm always having to wipe my beard, well, my stubble, get a wash as soon as I wake up. It's a bit frustrating, that wakes you up a lot as well. Drooling itself wakes you up very quickly. I don't know what to play. For the channel, I'm going to be grinding the Rise of Iron, the raid. I'm going to be doing all the campaign stuff. I've got Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered on the way. I've got Dishonored 2 on the way. I'm kind of thinking about Titanfall 2 because I'm really interested in the campaign. The multiplayer was great, it was really smooth. So there's actually a fair few bits for me to I've got 4 games on the way, and there's a couple more I could buy. I'm thinking about continuing the Doom. I can't remember that, the Doom 4. It's a brilliant game and it's not got much love.
That thing seemed pretty mad.
So anyway guys, some Titan Sunbreaker gameplay there.
Killing Crota.
I hope you enjoyed the education lesson on me educating an idiot who was rude, then got destroyed for 5 hours straight. After picking a fight with someone, he couldn't win because he was just wrong, and then wouldn't admit that it was wrong. And since I've put up the second video, linked him in and sent some more messages, he's not said a goddamn word. So yeah, dude, I bet you're feeling quite silly about yourself. The other video, guys, is a 20-minute video on me showing the difference between hardscoping and quickscoping, doing both, and then I've got a link to the original video he had a problem with. Well, he's just got a problem in general, but I really hope he subscribes, it'd be awesome. He's my first hater, guys, my first YouTube hater. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.